Get ready to uncover the secrets of China's most epic, untouched tomb, where legend meets danger. The final resting place of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first ruler to unite China, remains a puzzle scientists can't solve in Xi'an's Lintong district. His tomb is home to over 8,000 life-size terracotta warriors, but it's the rumors of deadly traps and mercury rivers that have kept archaeologists from opening it. Can you believe Sima Qian wrote about crossbows and poisoned arrows set to defend the tomb a century after the emperor's death? Today, we'll dive into the mysterious world surrounding Qin Shi Huang's tomb and how this enigma is rewriting history books forever. You won't believe what's been happening at Emperor Qin Shi Huang's tomb. For centuries, rumors swirled about deadly traps and mysterious rivers within. But it was the whispers of mercury that really caught our attention. A game-changing study in 2020 found shockingly high levels of this toxic substance inside his sealed-off tomb, sparking a major mystery. This breakthrough not only confirms the tomb's untouched status for centuries, but also links back to Qin Shi Huang's bizarre obsession. He took in massive amounts of mercury to achieve immortality. Is it any wonder that his final resting place is still off limits today? Fast forward to the emperor's own downfall, it turns out his pursuit of eternal life might have actually been a recipe for disaster. Historical records hint that Qin Shi Huang may have met his end at just 49 years old due to mercury poisoning from his crazy immortality plan. But today's archaeologists are dealing with their own concerns. They're hesitant to open the tomb, fearing it could cause serious damage to this irreplaceable site. As a UNESCO World Heritage Wonder, both the Terracotta Army and Qin Shi Huang's tomb deserve our respect. And what sparked it all? A chance discovery by farmers in China's Shaanxi province back in 1974. They unearthed mysterious clay fragments that would lead to an incredible archaeological find. But then, things took an epic turn. As they dug deeper, they found thousands of life-sized terracotta warriors, each one uniquely crafted, from soldiers to horses, acrobats to officials, and even animals. These incredible figures were meant to guard Qin Shi Huang's final rest, making them a mind-blowing part of history. Meanwhile, the emperor's tomb itself remains sealed after over 2,000 years, keeping its secrets locked in. But it's not just the ancient booby traps that keep archaeologists on edge. They're worried about using today's techniques to open the tomb could cause irreversible damage and ruin a major piece of China's heritage. You might remember how Heinrich Schliemann's team dug into Troy back in the 1800s, and the damage it left behind is a stark warning for us today. It just goes to show, when it comes to digging up ancient treasures, things can easily get messy. So, what's the solution? Scientists are now talking about using super cool tech like muons, teeny tiny particles that could give us an X-ray-like peek at the tomb without causing any harm. But for now, these methods aren't widely used. And let's not forget, the real danger lies in those ancient booby traps and deadly mercury. With all this in mind, it's no wonder archaeologists are taking their time, carefully expanding their dig around Qin Shi Huang's massive mausoleum, hoping to uncover its secrets without causing any more harm. Get ready for a blast from the past. Way back in the 3rd century BC, Qin Shi Huang was ruling over what would become the largest empire in the Far East, and he laid the foundation for an incredibly powerful China we know today. Under his leadership, the Qin dynasty really shone they were total rock stars when it came to military conquests, economic growth, and innovative tech. But as soon as Qin Shi Huang kicked the bucket in 221 BC, things started to unravel fast. His empire went from boom to bust. This ambitious emperor had one final trick up his sleeve, though. He wanted an epic tomb that would be a true marvel of its time. Construction on this colossal mausoleum began when the emperor was just a young teen, and it took a massive army of workers to bring it to life. Today, thousands of curious visitors flock to see this ancient wonder. But there's still one major problem: we've yet to uncover what secrets lie inside. Legend has it that Qin Shi Huang's tomb could hold some of the most jaw-dropping treasures and decorations from ancient history. We can't wait to find out. Let's head back to ancient China and explore the mind-blowing location of Qin Shi Huang's legendary tomb. This incredible burial site is nestled between two natural giants, the Lishan Mountains to the south and the majestic Wei River to the north. According to traditional Chinese geomancy beliefs, the landscape forms an epic dragon shape, with the mountain proudly sporting the dragon's eye, where the imperial tomb awaits. But here's a twist. Li Mountain used to be massive, but over 2 millennia of erosion have whittled it down. Today, the mountain is still covered in lush greenery and stretches roughly 1 square mile, making it comparable in size to Egypt's iconic Great Pyramid of Giza. However, we shouldn't just stop at comparing sizes. Qin Shi Huang was all about grandeur. This ambitious emperor wanted to live forever, or at least, live a really long life. So he went big or went home when planning his afterlife. As part of this vision, the area around Li Mountain was transformed into an enormous above-ground and underground city, covering several kilometers wide. We can only imagine what wonders lie hidden beneath our feet in this ancient wonderland. Get ready to meet one of history's most legendary protectors, Qin Shi Huang's incredible terracotta warriors. Discovered in 1974 by local farmers drilling for water near Xi'an, this jaw-dropping find has left the world speechless. These life-sized statues are a true marvel, numbering around an astonishing 8,000 strong. From soldiers to chariots, horses, officials, acrobats, and even musicians, each one was meticulously crafted to create an army of precision, artistry, and scale. When some of these treasures traveled to London in 2007 for a special exhibition, they broke records at the British Museum, making it their most successful year ever, beating out the legendary Tutankhamun show from '72. But that's not all. Since the initial discovery, archaeologists have been on an exciting dig-a-thon, unearthing an epic network of 180 distinct sites surrounding the tomb. These hidden wonders include tiny replicas of government offices, towers, walls with gates, lush gardens, serene lakes, playful animals, lively entertainers, and beautiful ornaments, all showcasing the grandeur of Qin Shi Huang's vision for his eternal city. Dive into the mind-blowing world-building of Qin Shi Huang, the ancient emperor who stopped at nothing in his pursuit of eternal life. In an effort to transcend mortality, he commanded his skilled artisans to craft a breathtakingly detailed replica of his kingdom right within his tomb. The Piedra Resistance, a meticulously carved map of the entire empire on the floor, and a star-studded ceiling made from precious jewels mimicking the night sky. But wait, the artisans didn't stop there. They used quicksilver to create lifelike simulations of rivers and oceans, immersing visitors in an otherworldly realm beneath the earth. But how did we find out about this incredible tomb? The answer lies in a remarkable historical document called Shuiji, or Records of the Grand Historian, penned by Sima Qian over a century after Qin Shi Huang's passing. This ancient manuscript, compiled by the emperor himself as a prefect of grand scribes during the Han dynasty, paints an almost too good to be true picture of the first emperor's final resting place, leaving us in awe of this legendary ruler's boundless ambition. Get ready to crazy stuff by the jaw-dropping scale of Qin Shi Huang's alleged tomb. It's believed that an astonishing 700,000 laborers worked tirelessly to create an enormous underground space filled with bronze wonders after navigating through not one, not two, but 3 rivers. The emperor's vision was nothing short of epic. Artisans carefully crafted a massive map of the entire Qin kingdom onto the floor, while precious jewels twinkled on the ceiling, mirroring the night sky. But what takes it to another level? Reports suggest that liquid mercury, thought to have magical life-preserving powers in ancient times, was used to simulate flowing rivers and oceans. The engineers even came up with a clever mechanism to keep these mercury seas moving. Now, when you consider Qin Shi Huang's unparalleled power and wealth, it's hard not to wonder, could this incredible tomb be more myth than reality? After all, the sheer amount of mercury needed for such an ambitious project would have been a staggering 40,000 tons. A truly Herculean feat that still leaves historians questioning its feasibility. The mystery of Qin Shi Huang's tomb continues to captivate us. While we can't verify Sima Qian's incredible tale, modern technology has given us some astonishing clues. In 2005, Chinese archaeologist Duan Qingbo and his team used high-tech tools like ground-penetrating radar and electrical resistance measurements to create a computer-generated image of the tomb's interior. What they found was mind-blowing: a massive pyramid-like structure with a sealed chamber roughly the size of a football field, potentially holding the emperor's final rest. But here's where things get even more intriguing. To check if Sima Qian's mercury rivers were more than just myth, the team analyzed an astonishing 4,000 core samples from around the tomb for signs of mercury vapor. And what did they discover? Elevated levels of mercury in almost every sample. especially near the burial chamber. This suggests that liquid mercury might indeed have been used to create a stunning replication of Qin's empire, complete with rivers encircling his final resting place on a scale as vast as a football field. Let's dive into one of history's biggest secrets, Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum. Imagine an awe-inspiring monument crafted by thousands of workers who poured their sweat and blood into its construction. But here's where things take a dark turn. Historians believe that to keep the tomb's secrets safe, the emperor ordered the execution of every single worker involved. Some might have been entombed alive within the very walls they built, a chilling testament to Qin Shi Huang's ruthless ambition. This raises an important question. Should we preserve the tomb as is, or risk uncovering its secrets? As technology advances, it's getting harder to resist the temptation to explore what lies inside. But at what cost to the workers' memory and their final rest? We want to hear from you. Do you think scientists made the right call by potentially disturbing this ancient site? You've probably heard whispers about the incredible mercury rivers within Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum. But how much of it is fact, and how much is mere myth? Some claim these rivers were a real-life marvel, while others believe they're nothing more than